Music licensing reimagined.
Long time coming, black on the bottom of my feet from running. Cataracts under my eyes from hustling. Going from buying to selling to customers. Run up the business, God is my witness. Turn up the sun up from under the sun that we maxing our limits. My mind running like Tom Cruise on an action movie. Moving a mission, they say that I'm tripping. I've been told I need a vacation, I'm finessing a visit.
Oh, what is up, everybody? Welcome to DFS by the Numbers. This is my last look for UFC Vegas 107. We have Erin Blanchfield going against Maycee Barber. We have a 10-fight card, a card that has just endured a lot of changes, a ton of changes the last week and a half. We had Officer Trevin Giles, pull out on fight day. I believe he suffered an injury. Got an officer down there. We had somebody step in on Wednesday night, Michael Aswell to take on Balaji Oki, stepping in for Markel Medeiros. And yeah, 10 fights. We had a couple fighters miss weight. We had a whole fight move up an entire weight class. This fight card is just an absolute mess. But I am here on fight day. These fights are kicking off in about an hour, and I'm looking forward to it. I mean, I'm looking forward to the god-awful pacing. 10 fights. The prelims are going to last 2.5 hours, it looks like. So we're going to get a fight every 40 minutes. It's gonna be rough. But let's try to make some money. Let's try to enjoy it. Next week we have an incredible card, UFC 316. I actually finished taping the majority of the fights today. And next week it's a fun night of fights. There's not a ton of closely lined fights. There's 3 fights that are minus 200 and less. The Sergey Spivak, Volta Cortez Acosta fight, the Chaos Williams Andreas Gustafsson fight, and then the other one was the Patchy Mix Mario Batista fight. Other than that, there's a bunch of big favorites next week. But yeah, I'm looking forward to next week. I'm looking forward to this week. What is up, everybody in the chat? Hopefully you guys are doing well. We got Lou in the chat. Do you really want a link? I can give you a link. Let's see. I forget how to. Where do you want the link? Where do you want me to put the link? On Twitter. Let me know. Maybe I can give you the link on Twitter. Let's see. Discord. Oh my. Let's see if I can get there. Okay. Lou. I can't find you. Message me on Discord. Wait. There we go. There we go. Oh my gosh. All right. That should be it. That should be it. Do not let Colton G get. I don't know if Colton G is even I think Colton G's in prison. But we got Steven in the building. Brady, did you bail out your favorite official, Gary Copeland, out of jail a few weeks ago? No, I did not, but I was surprised to see Gary Copeland was out of prison for what he did to Jalen Turner and Bobby Green, ruined both of their careers. We got Jeff break down the Oki Aswell fight for us. BB, yeah, we'll talk about the Oki Aswell fight. We got Lou. Lou, good to see you.
What's up, dude?
What's up, man? Thanks for coming on.
No problem. Fresh off losing not all my money, but some of my money on the Champions League today. So
the Champions League, is that soccer?
Come on, dude. You know me. Of course it is. But we're here for fights, and your chat's here for fights.
There we go.
We got what, 41 minutes? Or it starts 6:30.
Yep, 6:30.
And we got a lot of delays in this undercard, dude. This is going to be the worst paced undercard ever.
It's gonna,
you know it too.
It's gonna be horrible.
We're gonna be seeing Chael Sonnen versus Cormier. They were talking. They're an Ultimate Fighter. Let's spend 20 minutes on.
I hate it. Every female fighter in the UFC has lost their first fight back after getting bolt-ons. I did the tough research. That must have been some really tough research there. 10 fights, early start, women's main event. Let's get it. We got Milkman saying pipe up the like button. I agree. Brady, are you ready to crown Rayon's Bunions as the hottest in WMA? I am not. Rayon dos Santos isn't even on WikiFeet. Did you know that, Lou?
Yeah, so I saw this thing you wrote about WikiFeet earlier in the and can I just say can I take partial credit for you slipping into your path of insanity this last year and making the best content that I've seen?
You could take partial credit.
You're getting Wheezy should have a lot of the credit, but like glasses, wigs, you're using props. Like, dude, you know what you're missing? Fancy hats. You're missing fancy hats.
I'm trying, man.
This is not a fancy hat card.
Exactly. Like maybe next week there could be some potential fancy hats. I don't think so.
No, I have a Kevin Holland hat. It's just my baseball cap.
Yes. I love it. Oh yeah, Kenny Nzechukwu, he's alive. I was worried about him, man. I mean, this guy Kennedy pulled out of a fight against Martin Budai. Nobody's heard from him for months, and then all of a sudden he gets a fight booked. Forget who he's fighting. I'm just glad he's okay. Brady's smoking that fire. What's that? Alex saying late. No, I was not late. We got Los Muebles. Let's go. Let's get it. Let's get this money on a whack Apex card. Let's try to, man. And coming, Dos Santos is an elite grappler. She might look elite against Ardolene. We'll see. Where's the guest? He's right here. He's right here. It will be one of the cards ever. I agree.
This is definitely a card that's happened.
This is a card that will be
of
happening.
All the cards that have existed, Brady, this is one of them.
This is definitely one of the cards in history. Last look, you mean last look at Wiki Feet before the fight? I did all that last night, Blake. I did all. If you have any questions about any of these fighters' feet, preferably the woman, let me know, and I give my thoughts. But Rayon Dos Santos, Amanda does not have a Wiki Feet page, which is very, very interesting.
My understanding of feet culture, this is where I need Pepe, my friend Pepe Sylvia here, is that it's Grasso is number one, and then everybody else is like tied for second.
Yeah,
that's my understanding of feet culture.
From what I've seen, Grasso has the highest Wiki Feet score rating out there by a mile. This card is so terrible.
Who's screaming, dude?
You can hear that?
Yeah, I hear everything. Is this card so bad that people are just you're running a goddamn horror show?
I thought I have the noise cancellation on this microphone, but I guess not.
I'm hearing literally like Evil Dead 1, like the cabin scene. Like, that's what I'm hearing in the background. Does chat hear it too? Does anybody chat? If I can hear it, I assume chat can hear it. Like,
no, chat can't hear it. Just you.
Are you ready for this card? Can we break down this card, Brady?
Yeah, I gotta get to this chat. So yeah, the best bet stream. I'm planning on moving the best bet show to Friday. That would be extremely ideal. So, trying to get everybody to get on Friday nights. Let's see. Are you going to give out some bet? Yeah, I'll give out some bets. Oh gosh, the chat can hear it. Oh boy. Oh god. Oh my god. All right, let's get into some fights, guys. We'll start with the first fight of the card. It is Rayon Amanda going against Alice Ardolene. Again, Amanda does not have a Wiki Feet score, but she's minus 230. Alice Ardolene is plus 195. I'll let you do the honors here, Lou. What are you liking for this fight, if anything?
I would imagine Ardolene has absolutely has a Wiki Feet score, considering like what she is. This is a total pass for me. It always was, but the fact the lines come in Ardolene, it's like, Brady, are you convinced that this is what I'm going to pass to you? Are you convinced that Ryan can actually A, get takedowns, but more importantly, B, go for them? Because if this is just 15 minutes of plotting nothing on the feet, this is a system play just to take the dog. And also, Ryan's an atom weight. She's not going to be the bigger girl. She's not going to be the stronger person. If this, I kind of feel like this might be 15 minutes of nothing on the feet. And I'm not saying Ryan and Amanda can't win a 30-27 on the feet, landing 54 strikes, but yeah, I'm okay with this one.
Yeah, so Alice does have a Wiki Feet page there.
I understand.
Not the best rating. Not the best rating. Only a 4-star rating. You don't typically see ratings that
out of what? 10 or 5?
5.
That's good. 4 is good.
Yeah, but like for example, like you're talking like Maycee Barber and Blanchfield, they're more towards like the 4.6s. But yeah, she's at a 4.
Like, is the split even worth this fight, Brady? Is it like it's gonna be plus 275 like the Maycee one was, or the
Oh,
she's
is it
not?
only plus 275?
Well, that was the Ketlin Vieira. Here, I'll look it up while you're
Oh.
telling us what to bet. I'll look.
Yeah, I mean the question you had was can
275.
oh my gosh, that's you don't see splits that bad. You just don't. But yeah, I mean, if Dos Santos wants to grapple, she absolutely can. The question is, will she? And this is like a fight IQ test. Really worried about the fight IQ of Dos Santos. She had Puja Tamar in there standing across from her, and she struck with her for 15 minutes. And then I bet Amanda there inside the distance. I think I bet her by sub. And then to add insult to injury, Puja Tamar went out there and got submitted by Shauna Ban in the very next fight. It's like the read was there. I mean, Puja Tamar's grappling's terrible, but Dos Santos is like a legit black belt, but she just hasn't used it thus far in the UFC. If she uses it, I think she will look minus 230 or greater. But yeah, like you said, if they strike for 15 minutes, I do favor Amanda still, but the judges just seem to hate her. So might be a good live bet spot if this fight kicks off and Amanda goes out there and she's not proactively looking to grapple. Maybe a live bet on Ardolene. But if she gets this bitch to the ground, I think she's gonna just run right through it. To be honest, I think there's a massive levels difference. I'm hoping we see it, but hey, it's up to her. It's up to her.
Can I ask you a quick question before we move on?
Yeah, go ahead.
So it's not betting, but there are people in chat, and you're an expert in the DFS realm. Like I know, like John Kelly and Monk talk about this all the time. Like this first fight of the night.
Yeah.
Do you think you have to roster this one? I'm not going to ask this about every fight, Brady, but like, is this the one where like we get screwed? Like all your lineups are dead immediately. Like round one sub, and like you're just dead. Like you know what I mean? Like it kills your night when this happens.
Yeah, I don't think so, but it's tough with a 10 fight slate. It's like either one of these fights. I think the fight I'm least interested in from a DraftKings perspective is like the Vieira Chaison fight, but this is probably the next worst one.
Who is the dude that knocked out through his guard? Fight one, was it Sun Young Sung and
Jung Da-un Bum?
And he was knocked out through his guard.
Kennedy Nzechukwu. He knocked out Kennedy through Kennedy's guard.
I think I had Kennedy rostered. I'm like, my whole goddamn. I think I had him in like 90%. I'm like, all right. I hate when the first fight just ruins all your. And I'm like, sign me up for captain's lineups. Let's go. There will be no captain's lineups on this card.
Yeah, the only way this fight will ruin my night is if Alice Ardolene goes out there and like gets a knockout, which is
hilarious.
Shouldn't happen.
But it would. But you'd appreciate it. You'd be like, well, it happened. Okay.
Yeah. This dude only look up foot ratings for this car. I should do a whole show, man. People would love it. There's a lot of sick people out there that would love a wiki feet show.
I feel you should spend more time on the music element because people love when you sing. And I can't vouch for anything else, but I know you're a good rapper.
Yeah, I can rap, I can sing.
I know personally. I've heard the song.
Big booty bitch.
Oh, we can acknowledge that you did. Oh, you need to release that, dude. It's so good.
Yeah, I want to get it like professionally produced and then maybe get it out there.
So good. It's so funny.
We're getting that Brady Fight Companion this week or next week. So, yeah, the Fight Companion, I'll definitely be doing it. I'm trying to decide when that's going to be. Within the next month, I'm going to start that up and do that weekly there. And yeah, they do not have a Amanda Dos Santos WikiFeet page, but Dixon, if you make an account, I'm sure you can create one for her. I'm not sure how it works. I don't have an account personally, but you should get on there and check it out. Subscribe and smash the like button, you filthy animals. I agree. Standing elbow through the guard. Yep. I'll never forget that. I'll
never forget all my lineups. And I think I went like 1 for 9 on that card with bets. I'm like, sometimes you just know. You just, all right, not my day.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say the same thing. Sometimes, like when one thing goes wrong, the first fight of the night, everything just goes bad. Brady and Lou, are the clam bags live here? Point deduction leading to a draw, or maybe a Rayon DK Cody Runnage style with elbows to the back of the head.
I actually like plant bags for the main, dude.
For the main, yeah, 25 minutes to work with.
I actually think that we'll get there. We'll talk about that later. I have actual reasoning for why I like it.
Okay, I'm excited for it. Yeah, we'll talk about the Aswell fight pretty soon here. This is hot. I agree. I'm always saying a split, and yeah, I mean if Rayon goes out there and strikes with Ardolene for 15 minutes, I mean it's going to be a split. I mean it's written on the wall.
I already answered. I answered the question.
You answered.
Cyborg.
Would you guys rather? Oh, I would not do any of that.
It's like the Billy Madison thing. Who would you rather bang, Meg Ryan or Jack Nicholson?
Oh, tell us about Andrade. Andrade has a 4.61 feet rating on WikiFeed.
I don't like this, Brady. I don't like this version of you.
I don't like it either.
I don't like this foot version of you.
The people like it. I don't like it. I don't like feet. I'm more of an ass guy. Next we got Balaji Oki. Speaking of ass, we got Michael Aswell. Oki minus 600. Jeez, minus 600. Biggest favorite on the card. Michael Aswell plus 425. So I'll kick this one off. Man, I'm a really big fan of Michael Aswell. You know, I thought he won on his Contender Series fight. Very close fight with Bogdangrad. One of the best Contender Series fights of last year. Did not get the nod, and I knew he'd make it to the UFC eventually, but I just wish he was not, making it to the UFC under these circumstances. Up a weight class, taking the fight on I think it was like Wednesday night, like late Wednesday. Don't love that for him. I like Oki to win here, but in terms of like minus 600, that is way too wide. Some spots I was looking at was DraftKings actually opened up the spread for this at plus 7.5 for the point spread. I was looking at maybe like the plus 3.5 on the point spread, but I think I'm just going to sit back and watch this one here. I think it probably goes to decision because Aswell, although taking the fight on short notice, very tough dude, can take a shot. Kind of leaning Oki and Oki by decision. And Oki by decision is like plus 130. So yeah, I'm not touching this one personally, but the pick will be Oki. Rooting for Aswell, but I hate the circumstances surrounding it for him. Lou, what are you doing on this fight, if anything?
You got to take a small poke on Aswell here. And I know it was short notice, but he was in camp for a fight. It was like scheduled for the 24th. But my biggest concern with him is he hasn't fought at 155 since he was since 2019, I think, 18, 19, like his second fight. So, but making the weight wasn't an issue because he hadn't started cutting weight yet. So look, if Aswell just throws more volume, he probably wins this fight. He's pretty tough. Oki's tough, but Oki's not a big volume. But I mean, dude, nobody wanted to play Oki at minus 180 against Medeiros because he's low volume. Now he's being steamed to minus 6. Like how? Aswell's going to throw more volume than Medeiros would have. There's going to be no grappling in this fight. I would think if anything, Aswell would initiate it. But I don't think it's going to be grappling. People just assume Aswell's short notice. I think it's crazy, dude. The steam's crazy here. I think a small poke on Aswell, and by small, I mean 30 units. Well, I don't know. I look on Twitter, people being like, small bet, 20 units.
Right.
The bet. But I mean, how do you not make a small play on Aswell here? Is Oki good? If Oki wins, is he winning? Is he knocking him out? Is he winning dominant 30-27? I don't think so.
Yeah.
And I'm not worried about Aswell's cardio because he didn't have to cut weight and he was in camp. So I think Aswell, dude, and he wanted to be here. He's been waiting for this moment. I like him. I can't believe this team has gone so heavily on Oki. What has Oki ever done to be minus 600 against anybody?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah, that's crazy. I see the
Slumdog knows small 30 unit play.
Yeah.
It's not Vegas Dave Whale play.
Yeah. Dude, the plus 3.5 is plus 150. That's enticing. Like all he has to do is
If he wins the
one
first
win one round.
and not die.
Win one round and not die.
But like, does Oki throw a lot? Like, dude, what was the fight with Ramiz? Yeah, no, that was Themba. Sorry, now I'm being
Kwamba?
now I'm
Kwamba.
racist. I'm being racist. I didn't mean
Don't.
it that way. I'm just confusing people.
You're good.
Dude, Oki just doesn't throw enough to like justify this tag.
Yeah, in terms of volume, Aswell's throwing a lot more.
Who's the dude that killed Medina?
Godier.
Yeah, I mean, if he's this price, I'm like, okay, he's gonna murder him. Oki is not him.
Yeah, no, I agree. I'm looking at that plus 3.5. I don't know if I would bet him like outright. I'm not sure he wins the fight, but I think he can make it like competitive.
You take a look at doesn't Bet Online do the props like who wins the first round?
I think DraftKings does. I'm not sure if Bet Online. I know DraftKings does.
That might be interesting. Like who went like round one prop only. Like that might be interesting.
Yeah, that could be interesting. But yeah, wide line, way too wide. But we'll see how it shakes out.
minus 600 is crazy for the way this guy fights against anybody.
Yeah, I saw him at like minus 300, and I was like that's even too wide, you know?
Yeah.
Oki by KO, maybe a decision. I don't trust Oki Doke. I don't trust most fighters at minus 600, let alone Oki here. Might as well bet the dog on this one. Yeah, maybe a little sprinkle. Got Alex in the building. Good to see you, Alex. Brady, real quick, are you going to be live streaming? Not this week, but in the very, very near future. I made a super sharp bet on Aswell by KO plus 750. Okay. Brady would never say chi wee wees.
I will.
Yeah, I would. I'd say
it. Who said that?
Looks like Hunter. Hunter said this.
They should watch my content where I like rip on this dude all the time. But chi wee wee for Monk. Chi wee wees. But I like the other thing he says where he goes.
That video. So I believe I have a. I thought I had it. Oh, I do. I have a. Hey, dude, I gotta get me some hats. Like that's a good hat.
Yeah,
right
you
there.
need fancy hats, Brady. That's all you're missing to be an elite creator.
Yeah, I gotta work on that. Dude, Aswell does throw hella volume. He does. Not worried about Aswell's cardio. What'd you call him, Mark? I'm not. I mean, this guy doesn't really slow down, but
again, he was in camp, dude. Like, I'm not like this wasn't like he's not off the couch. Like, it's the weight, Brady. The biggest concern for me is the fighting up at 155. Like, that's legitimately like, is he just gonna not be strong enough to do a goddamn thing? Like, that's the biggest concern. But this price is Oki should not be this price.
No, not
unless Aswell's fighting like without a limb.
I don't think I think he has all his limbs from what I saw. But
well, then I like it.
You never know. Okie dokie. Oh, BetOnline does have it. Okay, they must put him out like later in the week then. Minus 600 implies a finish under 7.5 minutes, and yeah, I highly doubt he's finishing Aswell, especially early. Chihuahuas is actually Spanish for weenus. I don't know about that. Is this whole episode about one fight? No, we're about to move on. All right, let's move on to the next fight. It is Jordan Levitt going against Kurt Halabah. We have Jordan Levitt minus 240 and Kurt Halabah plus 205. I'll let you kick this one off. Monies came in on Jordan Levitt throughout the week. Minus 240 now. Definitely a hefty price tag. What are you liking here?
It seems easy to cap, and it seems like Levitt could just get takedowns and win. If you can do a DraftKings same game parlay or whatever, and just like throw some takedowns in, you're not going to get much value, I don't imagine. But when I did a pod earlier with somebody in your chat, Big Steve, I did suggest Halabah round 3. In that, I know Halabah's older and I know he gets tired, But like against Khrushchevsky, he looked good in the third round. We've seen Levitt. Like Levitt does kind of fatigue, getting like going for takedowns. I don't know, man. It was like plus 1,600. I said it was worth a poke, but I'm going to lay off this fight. I think Levitt wins. I think he probably gets a couple takedowns. I think the break was good for him after the Hooper fight, but Levitt's just in general not a guy I want to lay minus 2XX on.
Yeah. I mean, I saw Levitt at like minus 170. And I was like, I'm just gonna Levitt alone there. But yeah, I mean, it's simple. Like Kurt Halabah, this dude has a huge gaping hole in his game, and that's the takedown defense. I went back and watched some of these Halabah fights, and it's like he's getting taken down with like no resistance. Like he's literally falling over. It looks like he's helping his opponents take him down. Like it's that bad. So I think Levitt's going to penetrate that big gaping hole today. But at the same time, it's like I don't trust him minus 240. Like Levitt's been subbed a couple times. I think Halabah's the better striker. I think Levitt's takedown defense is pretty bad. So maybe we could see Halabah get on top here. But yeah, I think the most likely scenario is Levitt getting this fight down to the ground and maybe top timing him. That's kind of how I'm seeing it. But minus 240 can't quite get there. Don't really like any props. I thought about like maybe like the Kurt Halabah finish only because I don't really think that Levitt's finishing Kurt Halabah. Or like the Kurt Halabah plus 3.5 point spread, but even those I'm not in love with. So I'm passing here. But the pick will be Levitt's. Just minus 240. I don't know about that.
Doesn't feel good, but you have to do it.
Yeah, he should get it done. He should get it done.
I care about the next fight because of the line movement. This is one I care about. I haven't cared about these first three fights really. I care about this next one.
I kind of care about I'm looking forward to the Santos fight. I'm looking forward to seeing if she's a complete idiot or not.
I'll watch it, but betting wise, this next fight they're forcing me to act on top. Like Aswell, they're forcing me to act. This next fight, they're very much forcing me to act.
Yeah, we'll get to that Nascimento Filio fight. Levitt by twerking, Levitt by decision, plus 150. That's not bad. I think I'd much rather play that than the minus 240 money line. Question:
Is it really plus 150?
That's what he said. That's not too bad, man.
I don't think Levitt's going to finish Halabah, so I actually like that.
Yeah, I see plus 150 on DraftKings there. It's not bad.
Let me look at Rivers is usually like a day behind the Steam. So let me see what they have it at. That's actually like they have they have plus 143. That's still not bad, dude. I don't want to play like. Yeah, I like that.
I like it. If Levitt and Halabah walked into a dark alley and one of them was allowed to walk away alive, no judges, no rules, no time limit, no weapons, who walks away? I mean, it's Halabah. Easy.
No, he said no weapons.
No,
because Levitt's just gonna like intimidate him with like his butthole.
Come on, dude. What?
Well, come on, dude. What? You're talking about all sorts of weird shit tonight.
What? All I said was Levitt's going to penetrate Kurt Halabah.
I said the word butthole, and now you're like, no. Oh, you've gone too far, Lou. His butthole, Steve.
You're taking it too far, man.
Sorry, there's a thing on there's like a Family Feud clip.
Yeah,
like you've watched Family Feud with Steve Harvey, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And I forget what the question was, but this woman goes, "My butthole, Steve," and he lost. Like she's like, "Yeah, my butthole, Steve," and he lost his mind. And also, it was not up there. It was, despite her family saying it's up there, it was not up there.
That's hilarious. Levitt to win in round 2 to start minus 145. That's a good way to get the price tag down. Funny how there are fighters named Dontel and Levitt. LOL. They're untrustworthy. I think he wins, though. I think he probably wins.
That's just racist.
But
I agree 100%.
Yeah. It seems like this card has 3 or 4 fights that are based on one dude just stuffing takedowns for 15 minutes. When is the first fight?
Brady, I would argue there's 3 or 4 fights in this card where the guy has a line where you're like, what has this dude done in his career to justify this number?
Right. I agree. Yeah, Lonnie Kavanaugh versus Charles Johnson, August 23rd.
I can't wait to bet Charles Johnson that lose. Can't wait to lose it. I can't wait to lose a split decision on that one.
No, I'm done. I'm done betting on Charles Johnson.
Can't wait to lose that one. Value loser coming up.
So they have this new thing on StreamYard where you can show the comments on stage. I think I might turn this off for a little bit after reading some of these some horrible comments in the chat. Does Levitt wax his beehole? Like, how I don't want that on the screen. Oh, so I'm gonna turn these just for a little bit while everybody calms down. All right, let's move on to the next fight. It is Alan Nascimento going against Jafel Filio. Oh yeah, this line is moving, huh? Alan Nascimento now minus 116. Jafel Filio is minus 104. So I do have a bet on this fight. I'll let you kick it off first, Lou, though, because you seem to have some interest in it, and I have some interest in it too. The money's poured in on Filio after the weigh-ins. You know, Alan Nascimento 2.5 year layoff. He did miss weight. I don't think it looked bad, but you know, money coming in on Filio. What are you doing here for this fight?
I don't understand it. Like, I don't understand the movement. And I say this because look, in terms of like the BJJ, I favor Nascimento. I know he's at a layoff. He did grappling. He's grappled since. Like he's also young. Like, how many times have we seen guys or women in their 20s that haven't fought in years, like Natalia Silva, just come back and it's like, holy shit, dude. Like these people are like world beaters. Like sometimes this is just what they do. Filio, I mean, yeah, the Makayev, like he should have submitted Makayev. Again, I don't know how he didn't. I was very hilariously, I lost a ton of money on, not a ton, but I bet Ode Osborne against Filio. At least the bet was over in like 9 seconds. It wasn't like wasn't like burned.
Yeah.
Filio's like, he's got good takedowns. I think Nascimento's a better striker. I don't know, man. Like, if Nascimento doesn't play in his guard too much, I kind of feel like he could fuck Filio up, dude. And what's the sub prop now? If the line's coming down, that means Nas sub's gone. Has to be better than the plus 275 I saw last time I saw it.
Yeah, plus 450 best price now.
I mean, I think, well, that's going to be my play, dude. I'm going to play Nascimento sub. Like, I mean, how does Filio lose? So I mean, could Nascimento win a decision with top time? Maybe, but I think Filio is going to be the one going for takedown. So how's Nas winning with top time? Just getting sweeps and staying on top and the round ends? I don't know. I'd rather play the 450 here. That's crazy, dude. Like, I'm kind of surprised at the steam on Filio. You?
I agree with you 110%. Like, I'm not surprised people are taking a shot on Filio though, just with the layoff and the weight miss. But my hot take is like the weight miss for Nascimento. Like, I don't really think it matters a ton. Like, if anything, him missing weight probably helps him. Like, this dude's massive for the division.
He didn't miss by much.
He didn't, and it's not like he looked like he was dying on the scale, right? So yeah, I thought he looked completely fine. And yeah, he's gonna be the much bigger fighter we saw at the face-offs. Like, he's just much bigger than Filio. So yeah, we're seeing it the same way. What I bet was, I love the Nascimento sub, but I bet the fight ends by sub, just because these guys have 25 combined submission wins. Like Filio, like he has a lot of subs as well. He'll attempt a lot of subs as well. But yeah, I think it's Nascimento more likely out of the two to sub. But I played the fight ends by sub plus 275. But yeah, I was shocked to see these Nascimento sub props. Like the sub prop plus open up plus 400, currently plus 350, but you can still get like plus 450 on some books. The Filio sub took some steam throughout the week. Filio sub opened up at plus 900, which I thought was kind of crazy. Like, this guy is aggressive on the ground, and that's currently like plus 650. So I played the fight ends by sub in a fight that I think this fight hits the ground. Why do I think that? Because both guys don't have any takedown. Like, Nascimento's takedown even is literally like 15%. And then I also feel like Nascimento can either take the back standing like he did against Hernandez. I think he can take down Filio if he wants to as well. So I think this fight hits the ground. And once it does, like, just looking through all of Nascimento's fights and even Filio, just a ton of submission attempts between the two. So I think the fight ends by sub. Will it hit? Maybe, but will there be a million opportunities? Yes, I think there's going to be a ton of sub attempts on either side in 15 minutes for one of these guys to tap. So that's kind of how I'm playing it. But yeah, Nascimento sub is a big price, and I like that as well. Nas is just here for a paycheck. Maybe. I mean, this guy has been very inactive, but it's not like, you know, he's been inactive before in the past, right? Like, I think at one point in his career, he had like a 3 or 4 year layoff, you know, a couple years back. So he's taken these big layoffs before. Filio looked great at the weigh-ins also. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Filio sub, always worth a sprinkle. Yeah, like I said, open up at plus 900, that Filio sub. I do think he'll be attempting a sub or two. Will he submit Nascimento? It's not going to be easy, but I think he'll attempt some subs. This fight has milking written all over it. We'll see. We could definitely see one of these guys get milked. Filio almost finished Makayev. It was very close. It was very close. But, yeah. Ignore the odds. If you had to rank your top 5 most confident picks, what would they be? On this card, there's not a ton to be confident in, to be honest. Top 5, though, I guess Billy Goff would be up there, which is terrifying. Erin Blanchfield would make my top 5. I guess Jordan Levitt would make my top 5. Like, this is disgusting, even saying out loud. Amanda Dos Santos would make my top 5, and maybe Jacobe. But I don't think there's really much to be that confident in this week. He ain't getting a full paycheck. No, he is not. No, I think he forfeited, 20%, 30%. Nas is about to get baptized. We'll see. We'll see. Oh, my gosh. All right, let's move on. Do you think this line's going to flip?
Nah, I think probably at this point the money's done coming in on it, but
yeah. All right, let's move on to the people's main event. It is Zachary Reese going against Dusko Todorovic, and I'll kick this one off. This is one of those fights where it's like, you know, I think both these guys are guys I'd be proactively looking to fade. I think both these guys have holes in their games. With Dusko, it's that striking defense, that hands down, chin up in the air, just begging to be knocked out. And he's been knocked out a million times. With Zach Reese, I think he's also very fragile. We've seen him knocked out twice, brutally knocked out twice. Zach Reese can get taken down by a gust of wind. So yeah, I think there's a lot of reasons to fade both these guys, but you know, they're putting two fades up against each other. And one of these guys is a big favorite. One of these guys is a big underdog. So for me, you know, I think the side is Dusko Todorovic. Is it disgusting? Absolutely. But I would not be laying like this price tag on Zach Reese. Does he knock out Dusko? Sure. I mean, it shouldn't shock anybody. But you know, if you're laying -2 something on Zach Reese and he gets taken down and he's on bottom, you're probably not going to feel too good. What I think the best play though is, without a doubt, is the under 1.5. -185. Where's that -165? Bet US. Yeah, I think the under 1.5 solid. I parlayed the fight won't start round 3. Gives these guys 10 minutes to die. And so yeah, I think under 1.5, fight won't start round 3. And then I also took a small shot on Dusko Todorovic by knockout. Because I think if he's winning, I think whoever wins this fight, it's probably by knockout. I could see Dusko getting on top and pounding in Zach Reese's head. But yeah, I think somebody probably gets served here and gets served pretty brutally. What are you doing with this fight? It's a really terrifying one, to be honest, to bet on.
Yeah, I went one step further than you. I bet fight doesn't start round 2 at even money.
Yeah.
I think Reese could just, I mean, every fight that I've seen from Reese, he's in the pocket immediately. So, like, I mean, I can't trust Dusko's chin. And if Dusko, like, goes for a takedown, I don't think Reese, already's like, every this week I heard, Reese's grappling is terrible. I don't think it's terrible. I think Reese's top game is good. I think if Reese, I also don't think Dusko is a guy you trust, like, ever. So I think Reese could bonk him in the first 60 seconds. I think that Dusko could take him down in the first 60 seconds, maybe have his way with him. I think Reese could sweep him and have his way with him. but I don't see this fight hitting the second round. So I like the even money at plus 100.
Yep.
And if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. And if this is Dusko and Jordan Wright again, where he took his goddamn time knocking out this glass cannon, then then goddamn it, like what am I gonna do?
What can you do? Yeah, this is gonna end quickly. You got to imagine under 1.5, solid. Fight won't start round 3. Solid. You're on the fight won't start round 2. Hoping somebody gets served here in very, very brutal fashion. Very brutal fashion. Brady, feed the baby. The baby has been fed. Baby has been fed. Yeah, I mean, there's 3 different people here watching him right now, so there's no problem. There's no problem. It's all good. I can smell the milk emanating from Filio Nascimento. Emanate. I've never heard that word, emanating. Have you heard a word like that?
This can't be a real question. You never heard the word emanating. It's spelled wrong, by the way. It should be an I instead of an A. But yes, emanating. Yes, this is not a new word.
Sounds like a new word. They must have used it back in the olden days, huh?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I am from the golden era.
Yes. I thought there was a cat outside my window. A douche go to the Todorovic. Less than 5 minutes. What's less than 5? I think his fights are starting at 6:30, not 6, or at least I hope not. Shout out to the babies, growing lungs. Love you, dog. Appreciate you, Barry McCockiner. Shout out to Barry McCockiner. Reese by sub plus 500. Yeah, he might attempt some subs. He always attempts subs off his back. Dushko ground and pound. That's kind of how I'm seeing it. Some nice GMP. Loser leaves town. Yes, loser leaves town. I'm surprised that Dusko's still in the UFC, to be honest. I thought, like, for sure, like 100%, like that his last fight was going to be his last fight, but I guess not. All right, let's move on to the next fight. Oh my gosh, what is going on? What is going on? Maycee Chaison now minus 148. Ketlin Vieira is plus 128. A lot of line movement here. Apparently, like, there's some narrative issues going on. Like, Ketlin Vieira had to go to the hospital last night, which, like, that's not great. Not sure what happened, and apparently it was Ketlin's fault, and this fight has to move up to featherweight. So I'm not touching this fight with a 10-foot pole, but I know a lot of people are on the Maycee Chaison side, and yeah, we'll see how it works out. It's a lot of weird circumstances surrounding this fight here. So, yeah, I'm not betting this one. No props really stick out. It's going to be one big, giant pass. I actually lean Vieira, though. Not sure I would bet her after she went to the hospital, though. I mean, that just does not sound too good, but we'll see. This is the fight I'm least looking forward to. This fight. Least looking forward to this one. Filio over 1 takedown. I don't hate that, dude. If Filio wants a takedown, he'll get a takedown. Nascimento's takedown defense is literally like 15%. Card starts at 6:30 Eastern time. Yeah, that's what I thought. 9-fight card. Let's go. This fight will be canceled soon. I wouldn't mind if this fight got canceled. Lou, do you have anything on the Chaison Vieira fight?
We never lose fights like this, or Ryan versus Ardolene. No, we only lose good fights. No, I don't. No. Like, can we assume that Vieira would stuff the takedowns here? I think she can. If she was like not really having a problem with Kayla Harrison, I can't imagine Chaison's like going to be Kurt Angle in this fight. So if this is just low volume striking, like, and yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't want any part. I mean, by the way, this is another one that I looked at like on Wednesday. I'm like, oh, the split decision's plus 275. Neat. Like, why would I ever bet that? Like, but I'm sure the Lambo show will give away like the split decision and be like, dude, we're so good.
Yeah.
Plus 275. Plus 275 for split decision is not good value. Ever.
That's probably the worst split decision line I've ever seen, I think. I can't think of a worse.
I mean, I'm with you. I mean, if you have to bet this fight, the system play is the underdog. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, there's no breakdown. The system play is the dog.
Yeah, but
But how about this? Don't bet the fight.
Yeah, don't bet the fight. But everybody is, it seems like. But I want to know why Vieira's in the hospital. Like, was it weight cut related? Did she pull
I know why.
Why?
She apparently hated her wiki feet rating and went on a bender, in the hotel, and was just assaulting employees and shit. And
She actually has a. Oh God!
I think she was on Code Blue Cam.
I'm
just kidding.
She does have a wiki feet page, Lou.
Also go watch Code Blue Cam, guys. Tremendous stuff.
And this is not sponsored by Code Blue Cam.
You should be, dude. That would be amazing if you were sponsored by like one of these body cam cop videos.
No, I'm trying to get sponsored by WikiFeet.
Should be sponsored by Code. Dude, Code Blue has got like 100,000 followers. They have more followers than you somehow. I thought you were the biggest channel ever.
They don't have more followers than WikiFeet.
My definitive rankings of channels is like PewDiePie, Brady, and then everybody else.
No. Oh God. She's a 3.94 rating. Not great.
I can't believe 3.94 out of 5 is not good. You people are sick. It's just everything 5s. I assume everything's 5s and 1s.
No.
I assume nobody gets rated at 3 on any of these things.
They're just, most of them are like 4.5s. You don't see a lot of 3s on there.
God, I hate this shit, dude.
This card might be the worst in UFC history. Am I wrong?
No, he's wrong.
I remember we had during like the COVID era, there's like a 7-fight card, but at least that
it was an 8 card. It was an 8-fight card, and like the main event got canceled.
Yes.
Do you remember this? I was texting because, dude, me and you were like in our infancy of like knowing each other, and you're like, I just had to change 150 lines
by hand.
I'm like, Jesus Christ! On this, I think that was that the one where like it became Eon was in the main event.
Eon
it might have been that.
Kennedy.
That might have been that card, dude.
Could have been, dude. Any chance either of these ladies finish? Maybe. Like Maycee's a decent finisher, and Maycee's been finished, but I don't know. Dude. I don't know.
I mean, yeah. Is there any chance? Yes.
Yeah.
Would I bet it? No.
I don't want to put anything on this fight.
It's plus 185. No, I've never, dude. At plus 350, 400. Yes, I'm not at plus 185. Not a chance, dude.
Yeah. I wasn't able to get my phone for the last fight, but Nascimento's teammate Willie Cat Santos just came off a long layoff and ran through Lee. And maybe it's the shoot to box guys. Maybe layoffs don't matter for him, because that's true. I mean, Santos looked career best his last fight after a big layoff.
But Lee's also not like super aggressive, and I think Filio is a very different kind of aggressive opponent.
Oh yeah. We got Justin Cash sending the cash for the $2 dono, saying thoughts on the Billy Goff fight. We'll touch on that soon. Just quick thoughts though. I mean, I think Billy Goff probably wins by late finish, but early on he's got to mind his P's and Q's. Vieira's having period cramps. That's not good. That's not good. Maycee round 3 lock. Okay. Maycee round 3. Yeah, if Vieira is having period cramps, and I'm not a woman, but they always complain about periods, and so it must suck. Like, who was that one? Laura Procopio. Laura Procopio was having period cramp problems, and she got finished by Casey O'Neill. Like that's a real thing. So if she's actually having period cramps, we could see like a Maycee late finish. Brady's sponsored by Blue Chew. I am not, but I would be open for. I'm open for all sponsorships. Oh, we got Monk in the building. What's up, Monk? Good to see you.
Yeah, who the fuck is that guy?
No period. Okay, no period cramps. No period cramps. All right.
Monk. He's too busy being friends with Terrence McKinney now.
Oh, is he?
He's big timing us.
There you go.
Can we move off this fight?
Yeah. I was just reading this weird this weird comment. It's from
Why
Doctor.
does your chat have more comments about this kind of fight than like the real fights?
That's how it is in every chat. But I'm trying to figure out this guy's name is Dr. Peener. He's a penis trauma surgeon. He says, "What up? New in town. Sick mustache bottom bro. Sick wood paneling top bro."
Well, first of all, I can look at his picture and know that he is clearly a doctor. Clearly, this is not a stock photo. It's very clearly that he clearly went to penis medical school. He's and like, look, man, Brady, you know how many people die from penis trauma every year? I don't. I just assume. Oh, you do? Okay, how many? I don't know. I just assume, but if it's more than one, then I feel like Dr. Peener has done his job, and I have to. And look, this guy's a medical guy. I have to agree with him that your wood paneling is sick. So this guy fucking knows his shit.
It's nice. It's nice. It's nice paneling. Dr. Peener, the penis trauma surgeon. What's wrong with you, Dr. Peener?
There's a by the way, there's a 50% chance this is Justin Viegas. I'm just like, this is a very him character.
Yeah, that's hilarious. 12 years. Maybe he's being serious. I don't know.
I mean, again, you look at his picture, that's a serious doctor right there. Brady, if you needed penis trauma surgery, do you trust this man?
I think I do. I think I do trust him.
I think he would help your dong immensely.
Yeah. If you guys have any penis trauma, go check out my guy, Dr. Peener.
I'm really glad I hopped on I feel like if I wasn't here, that wouldn't have happened.
Dr. Peener wouldn't have came in.
I somehow feel like that shit would not have been a part of the show.
I don't know. You're probably right. Let's move on to the next fight. We got Dustin Jacobe going against Bruno Lopez. We got Dustin Jacobe minus 180. Bruno Lopez is plus 155. Are you liking anything for this fight?
I bet the under. Like, I'm with you. I think Jacobe should win at a high clip. I think he knocks this fucker out. Sorry to curse. I mean, I think we're past the point of like cursing's a problem. This is the least of your problems right now is me saying a swear word. But like, I can't help but feel that that Jacobe, I know he's only been knocked out once, but like, I feel like the signs are there. Like Azamat, the professional, had him rocked like, I feel like 35 times in that fight, and it somehow didn't end in the distance. Menafield rocked him. None of them had takedown equity. I don't think Lopes is some like great wrestler, but he definitely can get takedowns here. And ground and pounds live. I don't trust Lopes cardio, and I definitely don't trust Jacobe at this point. So I think Jacobe KO is like the most likely outcome, but I'd rather play the under at even money and take my chances there.
Yeah, I bet the under at like minus 115. So I'm getting reverse CLV, which is good. I mean, anytime I get CLV, I lose. Like, so getting reverse CLV.
You have too many trophies already from it, right?
Yeah. So I could care less about getting reverse CLV. I played it at minus 115, and yeah, it's plus money now. You can get plus 111 on Pinnacle, plus 105 on DraftKings. Very nice. So that would have been cool, but I guess I'll stick with my minus 115 on the under 2.5. I think he probably does knock out Lopez. Lopez is very wild, very reckless, leaves a lot of openings. And I think Jacobe can take advantage of that. And like you said, I think Lopez can potentially get on top and maybe exploit the ground game of Jacobe. And on top of that, Jacobe's chin's also a little bit questionable at this point. So, yeah, I like the under here as well. Mirzakhanov is a stud. He is a stud. Does he fight next week? I think he fights next week. Mirzakhanov fights Brenson Hibero next week. That's going to be an absolute murder. It's an absolute murder.
There's a lot of murders next week.
There's a lot of murders next week. Hey, I'm doing my show. I'm doing my show. Hey, quiet down.
You saw we got Chaos and
Yeah,
Gustafson,
Andreas.
right?
Yes, Andreas.
Until that fight somehow gets whacked.
Yeah, next week's gonna be awesome.
Yeah,
awesome.
can I just say that I can't imagine Giles is a very good cop.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, why couldn't he pull me over for my DUIs? I'd be like, how about this? Let's fight. If you beat me, I go to jail. And he'd be like, oh, my toe, dude. Nah, I'm a shit.
Oh, officer.
He didn't, what even was the injury? He's like,
well,
nope.
He was cutting weight and then he hit his head.
Yeah. Vagina injury. Hurt his vagina.
Yeah, I really wanted to see that fight. Jacobe should win easily.
Should.
Father of the year. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. All right, let's move on to the next fight. It is Mateusz Gamerock going against Todorovic Klein. We got Gamerock minus.
You missed Goff. You missed Goff.
Oh my gosh. All right. Billy Goff going against Reese Brahimage. So some late money is coming in on Goff. Minus 415 now. Reese Brahimage is plus 315. So I'll kick this one off. There's a couple spots I like here. I think like Reese round 1 in general, I think that's the best way to play him. Wait. Reese round 1's plus 1100? That's interesting.
It was plus 1,000 when I texted you on Monday. Are we doing this for what did I text you? Are we doing this for legendary wealth? Are we betting Reese round 1 submission? Did I not say this?
Yeah, but that was round 1 submission. This is just round 1 in general. It's plus 1100 now. That's crazy. That's literally his money line. So yeah, I think that's a good look. I think a live bet on Goff is so much better than laying minus 400 on him here. Reese in the first round, he's going to be dangerous. I could see him, getting Goff in some bad spots. I can see him even landing some big shots, maybe hurting Goff. But if he does not finish Goff in the first 5 minutes, I think he's screwed. And I think he probably gets finished. So I like Reese round 1. That makes a ton of sense. I like Goff KO round 2, round 3. And I even think the fight doesn't go to decision, just with the way both these guys fight. I know both guys are tough, but I think these guys are I think it's going to be so chaotic, just a ton of chaos. I think somebody's probably getting served, whether it's Reese early or Goff late. So a lot of spots sticking out for this fight. I played the Billy Goff KO 2-3 at plus 370. And then I also have the fight doesn't go in a parlay. You good?
Oh yeah, somebody didn't like what I said on the show. I had to respond.
Oh, okay.
I think Goff's gonna like everything you just said. I like the Remise round 1. You have to it's crazy price for his money line. This is Guido Canetti versus Matinho all over again. It's his money line. It's 10-1. You have to. I think Goff takes over late. I mean, look, I think Goff KOs the play, but you have to tickle Remise.
Where's my moderators at, man? I mean, this guy, you guys suck. Just give the F up. You're going to lose all your money. This dude sounds like a F word. What's wrong with this dude? Thank you. Just inhaled a helium balloon. Is this guy all right, man? This guy okay? Where's my mods at, man? Where's my Milkman Dixon? Where are you guys at? Come on, get this guy out of here. Get this fucking loser out of my chat, man. Dixon, where are you at? What are you doing? So what were you saying?
Nothing. I already said it. We can move on.
All right, let's move on then. All right, now we got Mateusz Gamerock going against Todorovic Klein. We got Gamerock minus 150, Todorovic Klein plus 130. I'm kind of surprised there's been no line movement. There you are, Dixon. For the love of God, get this dick out of here. So I'm surprised there's been no line movement because everybody's on Klein, and I mean everybody. So I'm on the Gamerock side, but I was hoping like this line would come down. I can maybe get Gamerock at a better price, but it's been like minus 150 all week. Very annoying, but I think minus 150 seems about right to me. Gamerock is getting older. The durability is looking iffy, and I could see like a damage over control type situation with these crooked judges. So I'm gonna pass at the line. I think it's about right. Do you have anything on this fight, Lou?
No, because I don't like. This is such a fucked up fight, dude. Because like, the price, Gamerock taking like a massive step down. Klein, the problem with Klein is this for me. He's so apt to not just put up a clunker, but like round by round put up clunkers. Like he just takes rounds off. You're like, it's not the same fight. I need a better price to bet Klein ever in a fight like this. The last time I cared about Klein was when Fanatics fucked up the line and they had him and Moises and they had the KO and sublines backwards. And it was like Klein was like round 1 KO. It was like 3,000, 4,000, 4,500 for a KO. And I'm like, oh my God, like I'm talking to Subhuman. I'm like, dude, we got to just bet this. And what did Klein do? He had like the one hope spot in the third. It was like nothing. So like, no, dude, I'm completely passing on this fight. I think Gamerock wins decision. Like that's it. I saw people hitting the under, and it's like, what's Klein's under condition? Head kick? He's not landing a head kick here. Like, how does Gamerock get hurt? Striking. Like, I don't think a head kick's getting him. I don't know, man. I think Gamerock just probably controls him. Like, seems like a 30-27 to me. How many clunker rounds has Klein put up that's pissed you off? Like the Herbert fight.
He's
like
pissed me off a lot.
Robert. But like rounds where you're like, what is this guy? Like, what the hell is he doing, dude?
Yeah, the Smith fight pissed me off for sure. The Moises fight, I didn't bet on the Moises fight, but if I were to, that probably would have pissed me off. The Landwehr fight pissed me off. The Trezano fight pissed me off. He's pissed me off quite a bit now that I think about it. Pissed me off quite a bit. Klein takes seconds off. Gamerock is just going to spam when Klein stops. Yeah, Gamerock's nonstop. Gamerock sub has value. Yeah, it seems to be on the Gamerock sub this week. What is it, like plus 800? Maybe. I mean, he's going to grapple here. Best way to win this card is to toss up a few big props and then look to live bet. Yeah, could be a good live betting card. If you're playing prize picks, Gamerock over 3.5 takedowns. I don't mind that at all. I mean, this guy averages 5, and I can see him getting at least 5 if this fight goes 50 minutes. All right, it is time for the main event. If you guys have not already, be sure to like the stream here. I'm kind of shocked. We have about 900 people watching between Twitter and YouTube on a card like this. So you do bring in a big audience. So we got to respect you for that. Moving on. Can you hear me? Are you there? Oh no, we lost Lou.
I'm here.
Oh, okay.
I can hear the death in the background.
I don't know it's crazy right now. All right, Blanchfield, Barber. Blanchfield minus 255, Barber plus 215. Yeah, I don't know. Barber showed up off of a pretty decent sized layoff. She missed weight. She probably looked, I think, the worst out of everybody that weighed in. Not as bad as Officer Evan Giles, because Giles did suffer apparently an apparent head injury. So I think Giles was the worst. But yeah, second worst is probably Barber. And I like Blanchfield here, I guess. It's just minus 255. I'm not sure. I think this might be another good live bet spot. I think we'll find out like pretty early in this fight who's going to win. I mean, if Barber's able to stuff these takedowns for the good portion of this fight, yeah, she's gonna absolutely win. But if Blanchfield is able to take down Barber, which I do think she will be able to, I think it should be a pretty pretty easy night at the office for Blanchfield here. Not sure if it's decision or sub, but I think Blanchfield probably gets it done. I'm just not in love with the minus 255. I thought about maybe the sub prop, but didn't quite get to it. Do you have anything in the main event, Lou?
I mean, I liked Blanchfield. I tried to figure out like kind of fun ways to play this, like add takedowns and shit, but not really. Like, I think Blanchfield wins. I think she wins the decision. By the way, this Bruins guy is saying he prefer to lose after I had a couple of pints. Dude, I've been drinking since 1 p.m. Like,
whoo,
dude, I went out and watched the Champions League.
You're a professional.
I had many pints today, like tons of pints, dude. Why do you think I'm on air right now? Like, I had tons of pints. I think Blanchfield wins the decision. I think it's like very square, but like Barber didn't look good at the weigh-ins. But I don't care if she did look good. I kind of think, dude, you on your breakdown earlier this week, we're talking about like the people that have taken Barber down. She's young, she can improve, and I get that. And when people say that, I love that as a crutch. Blanchfield's improving. Blanchfield is young and improving. Like, she's only going to get better and stronger. And I think that Blanchfield learned from that Furo fight, like, okay, I can't just like purely rely on this. So I think Blanchfield's going to improve. My favorite reason I will never bet Barber was at the Maverick fight where our coaches were like, "Hey, do something." Do you remember that? They're like, "Hey, can you?" This is the one like Barber wanted to. Hey, can you do something?
I thought you lost that fight.
But like, okay, well, I guarantee you, Blanchfield's coaches have never said, "Hey, can you do something?" Like, that's a weird thing to say, dude.
Yeah.
So I've never, like, ever since that moment, I'm like, man, how are you on like Barber? And she's, the Roxy fight. I don't know if she got hurt, but like, she's not like a separator of like, I don't know, man. She's all right, but Blanchfield's like, I still think a future champion. I think she has a good game plan. I think if she gets top control, Barber's not getting up. Like, reversing Andrea Lee is very different than reversing Blanchfield. So I like Blanchfield. Late finish is possible, but decision is the most likely thing. So I think she's a good parlay piece. She's a very good DFS piece.
Oh yeah, we have a lot of her on DraftKings.
But she's going to be rostered by like, she's going to have 92% ownership on this card. With 10 fights, she's going to have all the ownership.
Yep. Like Blanchfield too. I'll just play her in DFS. Prefer Lou after he's had a couple pints. Absolutely. When Lou said ... I felt that. I felt it too. I felt it. Erin TKO GMP. I could see like a late GMP. Could see a late sub. Could see a late something. Can breast with implants still be milked? I think. Lou's ready for the first fight. I think we're all ready for the first fight. Lou needs more shows. I agree. He was on you're on Big Steve show as well. So you've been on 2 shows this week.
Yeah, I am just doing the world tour. I can't wait to slip back into retirement. And I'll tell you off air, I made somebody very angry by something I said on the show.
On this show tonight?
Oh yeah.
What'd you do?
I'll say it off air.
All right. We got Uncle Weezy in the building. What's up, Uncle Weezy? Good to see you.
My dude.
Uncle Weezy, I believe, is out with some friends.
Uncle Weezy, like me, is waiting for Johnny Parsons to take that next fight. I forget who I said it should be against, but
Gustafson? I don't know. Can't wait to goon. All right, enjoy it. That is not Lou Sassoli. It's a completely different Lou. They're not the same at all.
No, I like Lou, but I'm like a choir boy compared to some of the shit that he says.
All right, we got Dr. Peter saying, fellas, I got to run. Just got a call. There's been a penile trauma at a going corral. I'm subbed up. Looking forward to burning my money with you guys.
I
Appreciate
will
you,
say,
Dr.
I will
Peter.
say that penal trauma at the Golden Corral does affect 0.01% of Americans every year. It's an epidemic.
Yeah,
Jesus
I
Christ.
agree.
Dude, whoever Dr. Peener is, just please follow me on Twitter.
Well, I thought it was Uncle Weezy, but apparently it's not. It's not Uncle Weezy.
Maybe Weezy was out drinking, watching the Champions League. I don't know.
Oh,
I doubt that he hates soccer.
it's gonna be a long night. It will be a very long night. All right, everybody. Lou, any final thoughts before we head out of here?
Yeah, watch your bankrolls in this card, guys. Like, I think this is like play prop small. Don't get heavily invested. Like perfect example. If you have a strong take on Reese and Todorovic, you're just fading one bad fight or another. Like, be careful in those spots. That's it.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Happy to do work with you again, dude.
Yeah, thanks for coming on, man. It's been fun. It's been fun. But all right, guys, enjoy the fights. We'll talk to you guys soon. We'll be back tomorrow with Stat Diggers with Uncle Weezy breaking down UFC 316. Best of luck. Enjoy the fights. See you later.